Lisa, thank you for coming in to see us today. So you filled out your medical form and said no problem, so that's really good. You do just note that you've got some asthma, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
And that's all well managed, you haven't been to see your doctor about that in the last 6 months at all?
No, not at all.
Perfect. And have you got an inhaler if you need it?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Good. Perfect. So what we'll do is we'll move on, we'll discuss a little bit about the treatment and what we're going to do later on. But in the meantime, I need to get a little bit of information from you about why you're here to see me today. So what generally is the issue that we're going to be looking at today?
So I've got pain in my left elbow.
Okay. How long has that been going on for?
A little while now, about 6 months maybe.
Okay. And when you say pain, how painful is it? Scale of 1 to 10? 10 is the worst pain imaginable.
It can, when it's really, really bad, get to 5 or 6, but normally it's about a 3.
Okay. And that's sort of constantly there, or things make it better and worse?
No, things make it worse, so my job makes it worse.
Okay, and what's your job?
I'm a supermarket checkout.
Okay.
And I'm also studying at uni, so that makes it worse when I've got exams and doing a lot on the computer.
Yeah.
And then I play hockey, so when I finish at the end of the session, I'm usually a bit knackered.
Okay, so it sort of gets quite tired and then
Yeah.
worsens. Perfect. And what about making it better?
Rest really helps. I don't really do much else, to be honest.
Okay. And so presumably if you haven't done much else, you haven't seen anyone else for this condition? No. Perfect. So what are you hoping that what are you looking to achieve from your treatment today?
I just try and like to get it to ease off a little bit. I don't really expect it to get better straight away, but just to get it to ease up and make things a bit easier would be good.
Perfect, lovely job. Well, what we'll do is we're going to have a little bit of a look at your posture to start with, then we'll move on to do some movement tests and have a bit of a feel of it as well, and that will then mean that I can make a bit of a plan. Are you happy with that before we get started?
Yes, I am, thank you.
Lovely job. Brilliant, so we're going to do a posture assessment. You rolled up your trousers, thank you, so that means that I can just have a little bit of a look at your feet. Because although it's your elbow, it's really worth having a look at the whole body and see if there's anything else that sort of jumps out at us. Are you happy for me to put a hand on touch you if I need to just have a bit of a look and feel?
Yes.
Yeah, lovely job. So, what we're doing, we start at the feet. So, I'm going to just pop a hand on, see how your arch is. So, bit of a limited arch space on your right, interestingly enough. So, a little bit of a discrepancy there. Nothing that we're going to worry about though, I don't think. And again, if I'm looking at your knees, probably a little bit more rolled in on that right knee. That would probably be exactly what we'd expect. In line with that ankle. Hips looking quite level, and then your shoulders a little bit wonky. So actually you've got a little bit of raised, well, it could be shoulders, left shoulder's a bit raised. So that could be a little bit related to what we're looking at in that left elbow. So we'll keep an eye on that. Might be something we end up having to add in at a later date or for another treatment. Perfect. If you could then turn to your left, please, and face over that way. Super. And again, we'll just have a look from the side. Yeah, all good. Next, looking not too bad, and turn away. Yeah. Yeah, again, so facing away, I can really see the sort of that left shoulder sort of raised up. So might be something worth looking at later on. And then turn the other way, once more to the left. Perfect. Lovely job. That's great. So we can, when I go on, get you doing a bit of movement. Perfect. So the next thing we're going to do is look at the movement. So the left arm's the one that's problem. So what we're going to do is look at the right one first. So if I can get you just to bend your right arm at the elbow. Yep, perfect. And straighten it. And any pain at all or discomfort on that movement?
No, not at all.
No, brilliant. And then same on the left, please. A little bit sore at the end there?
Yeah, a little bit tight.
Yep, okay.
Sore.
And straight.
Yeah, again at the end.
Okay, so the end range, what sort of does it feel? Is that more painful at the end or?
More sort of not very painful, but it's not too bad at the moment, about 2.
Okay, perfect. And the next thing I want you to do, please, is your wrist. So if I can get you to bend your wrist forwards, hand up, yeah. How does that feel?
That's fine.
Yeah, good. And straighten and extend it back as far as you can. Any
that's fine.
Good, perfect. And then the same on the left hand, please.
can feel that a bit.
Yeah, well, what we can see, I think it's not moving quite as well as the other one, which is quite good. So definitely something that we can see there straight away to work with. And then the other way for me, please. Perfect. And how does that feel as you goes right to the end?
Kind of at the end again, a little bit tight.
Okay, that sort of tight, what a sort of feeling of pulling.
Yes, that's it, yeah.
Perfect, lovely job. Well, that gives me... Perfect, so what we're going to do next is have a bit of a feel of it, if you're happy for me to do that. You happy for me to have a little bit of a feel of the joint and see what's going on? Lovely, so if you relax your arm down, and I'm going to have a little bit of a feel and see what's going on in here. So, any pain and discomfort on the back of the joint there?
No, not too bad.
No? And what about through here?
A little bit more as you came up rather than
more up into the elbow? Yeah. And sort of how painful is it, or tender?
Probably up in 3s maybe.
Okay. And up above the joint here? No pain or discomfort through there? Lovely. And relax your arm for me. Perfect. Nothing down to the wrist?
No.
Good. Just feels quite tight up through there. It's really
good there actually.
Yeah, really tight. Okay, we've got a bit to work with, I think, so that's good. Marvellous, right, let's go on. So what we're going to do now, you said it's worse when you're sort of sat at your desk and working, so presumably there's a little bit of typing going on. So what I want you to do is sort of move your fingers as if you're typing, so if you're sat at your computer, we'll just have a bit of a look. So it means I can see what's going on so throughout. Are you happy for me to put a hand on and just have a little bit of a feel while you're moving as well? And how does it feel? Any pain or discomfort while you're typing? Yeah? Marvellous. Perfect. We will let's put together a bit of a plan for you.
Thank you.
Perfect. So having had a little bit of a look at you moving, had a little bit of a look at you, your posture as well, we can put together a bit more of a plan. Yeah. So we'll get you on the couch. What we're going to do is obviously focus on that elbow, but we're going to work around it a little bit. So work all the way up through your upper arm here, so looking at biceps, a little bit into the tricep, just to make sure that there's no problems in there. But then focusing primarily in on this sort of area, so your wrist flexors and your wrist extensors. Because I think quite a lot of that, so they cross the joint and they can be quite uncomfortable in the elbow for you there. So might be a little bit tender. If at any point it's too sore, do just let me know. We can change what we're doing. So we're going to use a variety of techniques, effleurage, petrissage, and maybe some compressions as well, and that's what is most likely to be a little bit uncomfortable.
Right, okay.
Now what it can do is leave you potentially with a little bit of bruising, leave you a little bit sore tomorrow, so don't be surprised if you're a little bit sore for 24-48 hours afterwards.
Yeah. After
that should see some improvement. And make sure you stay really, really hydrated, plenty of water after your treatment. Okay. So that's all right? Yeah. Manage that one?
Yeah, just about.
Perfect. The other thing you can do is, once you're home, we can give you some sort of stretches. So once we've finished treating, I'll show you a few stretches that you can do to hopefully help maintain that and keep it going. Sound like a plan?
Yeah.
Great. Let's get you on the couch.